Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Today we're going to be buying a new field. It's a field which is going to bring money in and then it's going to be turned into a grass field. I've been having a look around. I wanted to get field number 1 but it's just too expensive and it has red beet in it. And even if we rented a red beet harvester, it would take forever to harvest that. It's £221,000, completely out of our price range. So I looked around and 39 was extremely tempting. £82,944. I want to get that field, and even more so because it has a soybean crop in it, and we're already going to be harvesting soybeans in the next month. Soybeans are ready in October. That field, and the one over there, beyond, they are soybean fields. So we're going to be doing loads and loads of soybeans. Let's just add another one to the list of fields to do. Then I can cultivate the field. Let me show you it. There's no point in just doing it from the map. Let's just visit the store because it's right behind the store and I'll show you it. So it looks like, actually this is great, this gives me an opportunity to improve the yield, because if I buy it now whilst they're still growing, I can spray these weeds off. That'd be great. So yeah, this is going to be our grass field. This is what's going to bring in the food required for our animals, which we don't yet have. In fact, it might be big enough. It might be big enough to produce food and to put the animals on here, but I would rather keep the animals closer to the house, ideally to the farm. I'm expecting to put the animals on 27, hopefully. But anyway, yes, without any further ado, let's go on to the farmland tab and we'll buy this. £82,944. Some people keep saying, have you forgotten about your loan? Yeah, we have an £80,000 loan. I'm keeping hold of that until I'm confident that we don't need to take out another loan. There's no point in repaying it, I don't think, just to take it out again, because it's helping us. It's allowing us to stay afloat, because it's just giving me a bit more money to play with. So today, at least to begin with, we have the rice to harvest, and this rice is not going to be sold directly. We're going to try and improve the price of it by putting it into our preserved food factory, which is that rectangular looking building directly in front of us. Well, directly in front of us. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe it won't all fit, maybe some of it will need to be sold directly, but my intention is to put quite a lot into there. So here we go, straight into the field. The long grain rice, I think, has been perfect. It was fully fertilized, I know that for a fact. There you go, dark blue. So that's all great. Yes, that was worse putting it on GPS. Missing bits now. I've probably drilled slightly over the line. But no, we'll just do this without, or at least I'll do the headland without GPS. So this is job number 1. We are going to have to bring the truck back from the warehouse, and it's going to have to go to the dealership to be reconfigured again. The sooner we can get a trailer, the better. I want to get a trailer for a tractor, and I want to keep the truck as a permanent flatbed. At the moment, we just have to keep swapping between the two, unless there is a decent trailer in the sale. There isn't. I bet that's a good buy, though. Yeah, that's a pretty good buy. If only we had the money. It's a shame, but we don't. So, without any further ado, let's get this field done. Let's get that field done, and then we'll get the paddy field down there done as well. But I probably won't do that all in one time lapse, because we'll be full before the end, and I want to show setting up the it'll be rice rolls that we're producing. I want to show setting up the rice roll production within the preserved food production. 98% full. Yep, so it didn't all fit. This is good. I'm pleased it didn't. It means we have more. But that is going to be 8,000 litres when we become full. And yeah, I have no idea what the capacity is at the production over there. It's not very big. It's not like it has a silo or anything, so you wouldn't have thought it would take all of this, what we have already. But we will see. As I said, we are going to be turning long grain rice into rice rolls, and that should increase the price of the product. But I'm not too sure yet if it will. We're already making kimchi from that greenhouse just there. So yeah, as I said, we don't have a silo, so it just goes straight into that trigger. And then, well, supposedly... must store somewhere. Magic. Okay, well, it's still going. Still taking it. Let's go into the production tab. Ah, the sawmill is run out of wood. That's not good. Anyway, yes, it is the Preserved Food Factory. And on here we can see... where are we? Long grain rice. It's got a capacity of 24,000 litres somehow. Can't complain though. So yeah, long grain rice. Rice bag. I'm not sure why it calls it rice bag, because we're actually making rice rolls. But anyway, we'll activate that production. 60 litres of long grain rice to make 30 rice rolls, 30 litres of rice rolls. So we'll just have to see what it all looks like once it's done. But yeah, looks like we are taking all of it to here, because it is all going to fit somehow. And if we go to the rice categories really quickly, we should see rice rolls on here. They peak at, well, they're very up and down, but £4,700, pretty much where we are now, although the restaurant is £4,850, very good. And then yes, if we were selling just direct long grain rice, it would be 1,600-ish, 700. So quite a difference. Quite a difference. I think it's going to be worth it. This should give us much more money. But of course we do have to put more labour into it, because we need to move these crates and transport the crates. You can set it to automatically selling, but you won't guarantee the best price. And yeah, we need a forklift. We do have a telehandler, but we need an industrial forklift as soon as we can afford it. That would be the perfect type of machine to try and get in the sale. I've been keeping on the sale. I've not seen the forklift enter it, so maybe very soon. And there's two forklifts. There's the Young Heinrich yellow one, and there's also the Manitou. As I said before, these paddy fields are so small that it doesn't really make GPS that much more efficient. But GPS is brilliant for those big fields. But I do prefer to use these... in these paddy fields I prefer just to not use GPS. Same with any small field. Prefer to just control it myself. So hopefully those rice rolls will be ready in October. We'll keep that production going overnight. The sooner we can sell them the better, because we need that money. But yeah, October's going to be pretty busy with the soybean harvest. 4 fields of soybeans, all for ourselves. Oops, I hope I didn't destroy that. There we go. Yeah, and we'll take the sprayer over to our new field. It shouldn't be too late, although we do need to buy some narrow tyres for the Massey Ferguson. Got some kimchi ready. There we go. So for now, I'll just put this combine here. Oh yeah, I need to refill the sawmill. I also need to refill the mushroom greenhouse, but I've run out of water. I was wondering if I could just flood this anyway, even though we haven't got a crop in it. Oh, we can't. So whilst we can't flood it, we're still going to have to go down to the sea to get water. Annoying. Well, I'll go and get a load of water, and then we will head off to the new field with the sprayer. I've been meaning to enable the realistic beacons mode in the options. I've just done it. So you can see there's more of a flare coming off them, and also they do reflect on objects, so you'll see the flashing light on the trees and buildings. If I I go close to this tree, you should see it. There you go. It'll be much more obvious in the dark and closer to buildings and sheds. But yeah, we do have the more realistic beacons. And now, because I was demonstrating that, I've overshot. So we'll leave that to refill. For anybody new to watching these videos or playing the game, you can see we now do have ground deformation. We're leaving nice deep treads in sand and soil. And we've got wet tyres, splashes and ripples. And yes, it is quite tricky to pull this tanker out of here. This is a 210 horsepower tractor, fairly well maintained, and it does struggle to pull it out of the beach. It's also very foggy. Of course, now because I've said that, it's pulled it out with ease. But in the past, it has struggled. That's weird. Okay, well, we've got some water. Look at our soybean crop in the extended field. This used to be grass just here. And yes, I know, before anybody says, I know the grass, we did have grass there for making silage and hay, but it wasn't a big enough area. It was better off being turned into soybeans so we can get more money now. But yes, it was grass. But I want to drill a big field of grass. Not just a strip on a headland. So yeah, this is a big money maker here. So yeah, once we've done the spraying in the soybean field, that is when we can get some more wood for the sawmill. But we do need to get those narrow tyres fitted, because otherwise I am going to be leaving some fairly big tram lines. Although I've not actually tried it, I don't know how different the tram lines are going to be in FS25. Are they more realistic? I want to try it. I don't want to try it out at the same time because I don't want to reduce our yield. But it would be good to see. I could just dip my toe into this field, I guess. I think what I'll do is I'll do it and I'll save now, and then I'll reload. So let's just do this as a test, as an example to show you. Without changing to narrow tyres, this is what happens to the crop. So if you're spraying... yeah, well these are wide tyres, not even standard tyres, so obviously the destruction is pretty severe. Especially when cornering. But yeah, when you're turning, you're losing everything. That's really bad. Right, I'll load the game. That's better. Narrow tyres. I'll have to go with a different brand. Not every brand does them. They still don't actually look that narrow, but they are narrow, so they won't destroy the crop. They're considered narrow. Okay, so I see no reason whatsoever why we won't be able to spray this field. So we should be able to spray it, we should be able to get rid of all these weeds, we should be able to increase the yield of it. Make this harvest worthwhile. It's going to be a big one. This soybean harvest is going to be massive. Because the other field, field number 32, is big now. We've made it big. Yeah, that's a good field. Okay, fingers crossed. Nice. Good. No crop destruction there, and we are killing the weeds. So I guess the other thing to check is if it's been fertilised properly. It's a bit late, I think. Well, I might be able to do an application of liquid fertiliser. Yeah, it's not too late for that. Let's see here. It's got... yes, it has. It's got 2 applications. Perfect. Fully fertilised. Those 2 trees have accumulated 1,366 litres, which is pretty bad. But these are not proper trees for timber. These are just trees that I'm just cutting down just like any old tree. The Scots pine are perfect, really good because you can get a decent length of them. Also, there will be an optimum length. I'm just taking the entire tree because it's just easier that way. They're also not very big. Could take down a big one like that. You do get more wood from that, and it does pay off. Definitely does pay off. I am debating whether or not we should just clear this entire forest that we own. This plot is all of 79. So if I show you on this map here, you can see obviously the forest. That's pretty obvious. But if we clear that completely, then maybe that is going to be good. Maybe we can do something with this. I know it's uneven, but we do have landscaping. Surely we can flatten it, you'd have thought. Anyway, one step at a time, because I am definitely getting ahead of myself there. We have still got loads and loads of trees here, some of which are really chunky. So I think I am just going to continue taking down these trees until we have 14,000 litres again, which is the amount required to fill the sawmill. You would not believe it. Taking a leaf of absence. I haven't actually looked to see what all these are about. Yep, so just trimming off the branches that have no usefulness to the sawmill. At least I took some off. Others seem a little bit more tricky to get off. This is a big tree. I haven't actually looked to see how much it weighs, but we can find out. It's enough to tip me over, that's for sure. And this is quite a heavy telehandler, so it is 2.7 tons. Wow, it is heavy. That's a big tree. Well, that should, although there's a lot of wood in it which isn't useful, it should still boost our literage. I just need to get it up the road. Kind of crazy. I should be putting it on a flatbed, I know. It even acts as a stabilizer, but I'm going to have to raise it up in the air in a second. That's going to end badly. I think slow and steady is going to win this race. The top of the tree doesn't have a collision because you can trim those branches off, as I said. So it's just this trunk here that we need to watch out for. Oh, now we can lower. Before we end up on our side. So I don't like doing it this way, but it just seems to be the most efficient and the most money-making at this stage, because we just can't afford big trailers or anything like that. So yeah, that's giving us a good boost. That's good. We'll do a few more like that, and I'll see you in a second. Let's see how much this good load gets us. Almost there. We're 77%, so that's 10,845. Need 14,000. The only reason we need 14,000 is just so I don't have to keep doing this every episode. Although I don't mind doing it. It's just I do want to get on with other jobs as well. Like getting animals. My goodness, I want goats and I want water buffalo. I never thought it'd be so hard. It's very difficult, and it's yeah, like normally like in FS22 I just get animals and we're done. It's just like, first job, let's get some animals. Okay, maybe not quite first job, but early on, the amount of work that I've had to do to even get to this stage. So it's definitely more difficult. Although, yeah, Giants have introduced that new feature where you can choose your starting money. I chose $250,000. I think, well, if I wasn't doing videos, if I wasn't doing this a video series to keep it entertaining, I would have personally, if I was just playing for my own entertainment, I would have done $500,000. Yeah, $500,000 I'd say. That would have been perfect. But because I like the satisfaction of having this great big build up for the videos, it's more of it's more of the survival challenge sort of idea. Yeah, I think $250,000 is still fine. I don't regret getting $250,000 for the video series. Okay, right. So there we go. I don't know if that's going to be enough still, but we must be so close after this. I can see big things happening in that forest though. We are clearing it quite well. I didn't add too much at all. Hello, Walter. Tree in the face. Yeah, I've got a tree. This, I can almost guarantee, is going to fill it. Although it probably won't take it, because I'm going to have to, yes, it's too much. If it's too much, it won't take it. You've got to trim it. So I'll trim it there. This bit's hopefully going to fall into the trigger. And we'll trim it there. And we'll trim it there. Hey, where's my chainsaw? Ah! It's snowing sawdust. Come on, logs. Are they must be too much then. They are too much. We must be right on the limit then. What's it on? Oh, that's weird. They're still... wow. So what do you want me to do? Cut it there? Well, it will take them. It's just sometimes it does get a little bit upset. I've had this before. There we go. Oh, so close. One more cut and we should be there. If it's going to let me do one more cut. Take this limb off. I was going to cut the whole thing in half probably, but that's fine. Right, come on then. Just take one of them. Oh, you mustn't be so sensitive. Oh, well, we'll leave them there. Let's go and rest. And in the morning, we should have pallets of rice rolls. And we should have 4 fields of ripe soybeans. It's going to be a big day, October. Well, big month. It's a day though, because we only have 1 day per month. Still kicking up a fuss, I see. Well, it's been processing some, so there's really no excuses. I think we've spent enough time on this now. There we go. Wonderful. So, yes, trees are sorted. Mushrooms are sorted. Everything else should be fine. Let's go and have a look over there. Soybeans are ready. There's sunshine in the forecast. It's going to be a good day. We're starting early though, because we do have so much to do. Oh, there's a lot of kimchi in the way. Who put all this kimchi here? Oh wait, that was me. Let's have a look here. Long race, still 7,500 litres there. Kimchi, yeah. Outgoing products, kimchi, 23 litres. So that's all fine with that. And as for the rice rolls, we've got 709 litres. So there actually still isn't one to produce. There's not a pallet to produce yet. Looks like it's quite a slow production. So, yeah. Let us begin. Let us begin with this soybean harvest. We will harvest the new field today. I'll do that big field over there on a worker next episode. We'll do these 3. And I don't know what the price is like for soybeans. I hope it's good. I want to sell it straight off the field. I really do. Soy beans. 1,800. That's terrible. That is typical though. Yep, 3,500 is where we're peaking in June. We're almost at its worst. That is so annoying. But yeah, makes sense. Supply and demand. First time harvesting soybeans in FS25. Don't need the GPS lines, but anyway. We'll use GPS in the new field. For now, I'll just turn it off. It's actually kind of eerie seeing all the fog over there, all that low-level fog. I'm pleased that the farm is at the top of a hill, that's all I can say, because it's always foggy down there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the fog permanently. Right, we will check the used machinery sale, even though I have no intention of buying anything at the moment, because we can't afford it, but it's always fun to look. But I would say from those two fields, which are both very small, we've done quite well. 3,500 litres. We're going to get £3,500 for every 1,000 litres when we sell at the best time. So, not bad. We've got the two big fields ahead of us. Anyway, used machinery sale. Oh, I get so tempted. It does annoy me, and we need that as well. We need that for silage making. Oh, no. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I need that. Well, we can buy it. What we could do is we could put this on a worker in the new field, and then I can load up products to sell to fund that baler. We won't have a lot of money left, but we do need that baler, and it'll be a lot more cost effective than if we if we don't buy it, because if we don't buy it, we're going to have to pay 100% of the value, and that's 64% off. 64. It can only produce 125 centimetre bales though, so they will be small, but I guess we're only just starting off, so that makes sense. I think it's too good of a deal to miss out on. And it's a John Deere. People will be pleased because I am drawn to Massey Ferguson products, and yep, having a John Deere product put in my face there is well, it's quite tempting. It is quite tempting. Right, okay. So we'll just head down to that new field. I really should use the header trailer, shouldn't I? Snap. There we go. To correct my terrible loading up of the header. I think I'll probably do most of the loading up of the products off camera, because we do it in every episode, and I'm sure a lot of people want to see other stuff as well. I'll probably feature some of it, but I'll load some of it up off camera. But we'll just get this going first, and it'll be very interesting to see how many thousands of litres of soybeans we'll get from our new field. That's the one. And it's not foggy here, thankfully. Seems to be more over there. Right. So, the worker, I only really wanted to do one lap of the headland. It doesn't need to do more than one, although I know that 3 is ideal, but there's barely anything to hit. There are some poles, but still. Yeah, we better do 2. We better do 2, because otherwise it is going to do stuff. Like, crash into stuff. Go! Okay, you figure it out. You figure it out. I need to get back from the factory here, the warehouse. This is where I was selling the saplings in the previous episode. But yeah, we're ready to go. We are ready to load. Okay, that is everything. We didn't have quite as much as I thought we had. Yeah, that's still slowly filling up. I wonder how much honey is actually worth, because that's taken every episode to get to this point. Oh, actually, no, I was a bit late placing the spawn point. I couldn't believe that there wasn't a spawn point for the bees that we already started off with. But anyway, yeah, honey. There we go. Oh. So all this time, I know it's not too bad. It's like £3,000. We can get £3,300, but how long do we have to wait? Wow, it's a long wait. But I guess, yeah, you would not complain at an extra £3,300. So there we go. That's loaded up. We're going to take this to the market and to the museum. No, not the museum. The temple. I got museum on my mind because I was wondering if there was a museum on Hutan Pantai. I believe on Riverbend Springs there is a museum to view collectibles, but I don't think there is on here. I might be wrong. Hello everybody. I have products for you. 13,866. Right, I am going the wrong way again. I'm always going the wrong way down the one way. But at least you can see our products on display. I love that you can see the products on display. That is such a good feature. Beep beep. Oh, there's always someone. Excuse me. Right, okay. To the temple. As soon as we can afford to make cement, we can build the temple, but it's £370,000 for the factory, so it's really, really expensive. It would be the same with the shed that I've started. If we had the production, we could finish that without spending more money, although the production is already a huge lump sum. Right, so we have the money for this. Nice. With bale on end turner, that's when you can turn the bale and put it flat. Don't know if we want it. No, I can turn it over if I want to. Wheel brand. Let's have a look at these wheels. So they're BKT, Fredestein, Trelleborg. I think, yeah, those. No, not those. Those. Trelleborg. We'll go with that. Bale wrap. So you can buy pallets of wrap, but we can get it to come with wrap. So I think we'll go with black wrap. And the netting, do I have netting? I don't have netting, do I? No. Yeah, we'll go with the John Deere then. John Deere wrap, it's the same price. No number plate. And we'll buy it. £42,000. So that was unexpected. Didn't think I'd be buying that. How's the combine getting on? It's 50% full. It's about 50% of the way through. Oh, it's going to be so close. Well, what we'll do is we'll take the truck over there. I'm not going to reconfigure the truck. If we need to take something out of the combine, it can go into this red trailer. This red trailer is a tipper. It can take loose grain. So we can keep the truck as a flatbed. Just stopping off at the store, and you can see here we have our John Deere baler. It doesn't even look used. Look at that. The paint is still new. There's our wrap. We've got our wrap. So we'll be using this as soon as we can afford to actually do something in these fields. We need to get the grass drilled. We're going to put grass in this field, and we're going to put grass in 27. Next episode. So I guess I should take over. It is almost done, but no point spending more money on a worker. Just show those grid lines. It's very difficult without. And we are done. So just less than 7,000 litres, depending on what price we actually do get for the soybeans. It looks like this field might generate £24,000, which obviously is very, very good. So yeah, getting a field like this, which is fully fertilised already with soybeans, a very high value crop, I think it must be quite tricky, really. Because the other smaller field which I saw, they had red beet in, and yeah, red beet is worth quite a bit, but you've got to harvest it with the vegetable harvester, and that's really slow and expensive. So we are going to call it a day. I'm just going to put the combine on the header trailer, and then next episode we'll be heading over to the big field. I think a worker is going to do it mostly, but we will see. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you're pleased with the two purchases, the new field and the baler. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.